Hello everyone, hopefully you guys can hear me. Welcome to the short and sweet surprise wildcard game week 26, double game week 28, 29, I don't know what is going on, but guys, great to see some people already tuned in. Let me know in the chat as well, are you guys on a wildcard? What chip are you playing? There's so many different chips that could be played in this game week, and of course let me know, still getting used to the streaming, so let me know if I'm on mute or not. Yeah guys, what a crazy day. I mean, I don't know what time zone you guys are in, but I woke up this morning, checked my Twitter feed, and I saw double game week 28, double game week 29, and I thought, okay, maybe that's the Brighton one, maybe the Arsenal one. No, we've got about 10 teams doubling, and then I realized, crap, my team is not very well set up for for any of those double game weeks. So I have activated the wild card. It was not something I was thinking about at all yesterday. All that planning, done. So the wild card has been played. Any questions everyone's got, let me know in the chat. But I'm just gonna not mess around too much. I think firstly I'll just quickly touch on what we actually found out. So this graphic is courtesy of FPL Focal. He put this together very kindly. And so it's just a big summary of game week 28 and 29 double. So looking at 28 looks like a good double game week to target. You've got Villa, Southampton at home, Leeds away. Leeds have got Leicester away and Aston Villa at home, so that's good for someone like Rafinha. Newcastle, Brighton at home, Southampton away. Could see goals in that Southampton game, potentially for a St. Max. Southampton themselves, Newcastle home, Villa away. Someone like a Broja, even like a James Ward-Prowse, good options. Watford, oh god, if you've still got Dennis and King, they might be sticking around in your team a little bit longer. You got Arsenal at home, Wolves away. I mean, that's a bad double game week for a striker, so I think you can definitely bin them. I have binned them. Spoiler alert. Wolves are the interesting team, I think, out of this whole situation, because Wolves now have got a double game week 26, double game week 28, and they cover you both in game week 27 and in game week 30, and they've got good fixtures in 31 and 32. So Wolves are probably the biggest kind of team I think you could maybe jump on from a long-term point of view, and irrespective of your chip strategy. And then game week 29 obviously doubles for Arsenal and Liverpool, which is pretty big news given that they are the teams that we're trying to target for 26. So long-term, they're good options. Arsenal may even potentially get a double in 28. Brighton have got Liverpool at home, Tottenham at home, pretty tough double game week in all honesty, but Everton, you can maybe dip into someone like Demarai Gray with Wolves at home and Newcastle at home, that's not bad. Liverpool we just touched on. If you're not triple captaining Salah, like I can't triple captain now that I've wildcarded this week, but you've got Brighton away, Arsenal away, that could be another triple captain opportunity for Salah. Newcastle again have a double in 29, so that is a benefit. You could go double. So Chelsea away is obviously very tough, but then you got Everton away. So again, someone like St. Max, maybe a goalkeeper like Dubravka, and then you've got Tottenham, United away, and Brighton away. So your Son and your Kane are probably the guys that you're going to be, looking at there. I'll quickly look at the chat just after going on that little random spiel. Guys, apologies if I talk really quickly because I think there's so much to get through. I've got to talk about my team. So hello to It's On, good morning. Hungry for more FPL, welcome. Nice to see you guys in the chat. TC on Trent, yep, why not go triple captain on Trent, although I do think Salah is a better option than Trent. Activated my wildcard after the double game week news last night. Yep, I activated it at about 11:30 a.m, so about 8 hours ago. So a lot less thought has gone into this wildcard than I normally would put, but yeah. Anyway, that's just the nature of FPL, just spontaneous. And it's made FPL fun. I think that's the most important thing about it. Planner, good to see you. Had a space with Twitter space with Planner earlier in the day as well. He basically pushed me into doing the wildcard essentially as well. Football chat box, hello to you. Paul, evening. Yep, evening to you. Mitchell, good evening, man. I've gone for the sneaky Luis Diaz punt. Diaz, oh, I don't know. He has looked good. And straight away as well, which is a bit of an odd thing with Liverpool players under Klopp. Normally he kind of wants to bed them in a little bit, but he's come straight in. He could be a cheeky punt. I'm not doing it myself, but good luck with that. Triple captain on Salah. Yeah, this is the worst part with wildcarding, that I can't triple captain Salah, but I'll go through my rationale as to why I've wildcarded when I'll get onto my team as well. Abdul, good to see you. We've got a question in as well. I think just before I get into questions, I'll quickly just go through what I was wanting to go through, which was just kind of like why I've decided to wildcard and my kind of chip strategy at the moment. So hopefully you guys can see this as well. This chart is from Mikel Tokvam. You might be familiar with this. I have shown this in previous videos and on streams as well. So he's updated this now with all the double game week 28 and 29 announcements. One thing I wanted to point out as well with 28, you can notice that there's a 1.36 for Arsenal and also a 1.4 for Chelsea. There is talk still that Arsenal-Chelsea double could happen in 28, but they apparently are waiting because they want to know what the outcome is going to be from Leicester's European fixture. Now, I mean, if Arsenal were to get a double in 28, they're almost essential because they're going to double the 26, double 28, double 29, and cover you for game week 30. So I think going all in on Arsenal is a good strategy, but it probably means you're going to have to free hit though in 27. But you can see in the table below, this is my current thinking on the strategy at the moment. So I've already activated the 26 wildcard. I think because I'm going all in on Liverpool Arsenal, I have to play the free hit in 27, but I don't mind that. I've got 2 free hits as well, which is very, very fortunate position to be in. Bench boost in 28, so if that Arsenal double does come into play, then it's a good game week to bench boost for myself. And then 29, because Liverpool have a double, I could triple captain Salah, even though it's away to Arsenal and Brighton. It's not ideal. It could be 4 chips in a row. So guys, hopefully you're hungry for some French fries if anyone's watching from America, or chips if you're from Oz, or crisps if you're from the UK. It's chip season. It is chip season. So guys, chip strategy, that's what I've got at the moment. And obviously if you guys are new, give a like on the stream as well, and fire in your questions. I'll quickly look at the questions. So Abdul, would you start one of DCL and Varane, or take a -4 to bring in Lacazette for DCL, or Gabriel for Varane? If you choose the -4 one, which move do you think would be the better one, the DCL or the Varane one? I mean, again, everything will always be asterisked with its team dependent. In terms of which of those two, basically you're asking if Gabriel or Lacazette for a -4. Now, because if it's a I mean, this is a question I'm gonna ask myself on a wildcard, to be honest. Do I go double Arsenal defense or attack? At the moment, I've actually got attack, but I do think Brentford at home and Wolves at home are more conducive to defensive performance from Arsenal, especially at home as well. We're pretty solid at the back there. So yeah, I would actually go Gabriel, especially because DCL, they're going to have a double in 29, so you could hold on to Everton assets, even though it's not ideal. Whereas Manchester United, I don't think you're going to want to hold them any much longer. They've got City in 28, and so I would actually probably do the -4 for Gabriel, and I do think it's worth it because he's got a double game week and good chance of a clean sheet in both games. So I would do the Gabriel move if you're just going to do one of them, but honestly, I don't think doing both of them is an issue as well. I think both of those -4s in isolation is a good option. Michako, I've gone for Diaz too. El Yunusi as well. Oh, El Yunusi, he decided this before Late Riser's tweet. Yep, I saw Late Riser did bring in Diaz last night as well. He is a bit of a risk taker, upside chaser. So if that's your play style, yeah, Diaz could be an option as well to go for. I'm not doing it. I'm not strong enough to deal with that. So I'm not going to be doing that, but good luck to you. Planner, super excited about this game week. So many different chips in play. Yeah, 100%. This is like a turning point of the FPL season. There's so many different chips are going to be in play. I think people are going to bench boost, triple captain, wildcard, some even free hit this game week. You're going to see so many different strategies. Chat box, Salah below 200 EO, please. Yep. For anyone who is actually triple captaining Salah, I think you're actually going to get some good gains out of it because so many people are going to be playing different chips now. You're actually going to be, you're going to be benefiting now from that triple captain as well. And Muxi, I'm not convinced Salah plays over 100 minutes over both games. Even 100 minutes against Norwich and Leeds, I'll take that even from a triple captain, to be honest. So I'm not overly concerned about that, especially with Jota going down with an injury. What we think is going to be for he's definitely going to miss Norwich by the sound of it. And the talk was that they're trying to get him ready for the League Cup final. So you would think they wouldn't risk him against Leeds. I just think that makes Salah even more nailed on, in all honesty. And so I wouldn't be too concerned, to be honest, about Salah's minutes. The dude's a machine. He barely misses games. I wouldn't worry too much about him. And no worries at all about captaining him or even triple captaining as well. All right, there's a few more things coming in the chat, which is great. So awesome to see you guys in the chat as well. So give the stream a like if you do. I'll quickly now just show my team as it stands. So this is the wildcard team I put together, and I think before I go deep into it, I'll quickly show what my team was in game week 25, and I'll quickly touch on the reason why I decided to wildcard. So with all these announcements, I already had issues in my team where Martinelli was blocking me from going, triple Arsenal because I could only go for, say, one of Lacazette or a Saka or maybe another defender. I wasn't able to go triple up because Martinelli's going to miss the home game against Brentford. Ideally, I would have loved to keep him. I do think he is our best attacker, and for his price, he's the best option, but it just wouldn't have worked. Ronaldo is an issue. I don't want him moving forward. The fixtures are tough. Dennis King, get the hell out of my team. Even though they've got a double, I don't want to see them there anymore. What else is there? Jota, injury, Trossard. I don't even care about his double in 29. Liverpool, Tottenham. I'm not concerned about him. Fernandes, I did like to keep, but I think with the news and with Manchester United's tough fixtures, it was easier to sell. Livramento We're not even sure if he's going to be starting soon. He's kind of getting eased back in. De Gea, tough fixtures moving forward. Davies, Spurs defensively been meh, although Dyer should be coming back. Laporte, I mean, City don't have any future doubles. Laporte and Cancelo are fine, but I just thought there's too many issues in my team. I had 0 Villa, 0 Leeds, 0 Wolves. I wasn't able to get to a nice triple Liverpool and Arsenal without taking mass hits. So for me, it was actually quite an easy decision when I thought about it a little bit more to play the wild card. I think the gains are going to outweigh. In this week, in isolation, Salah triple captain is probably going to punish me, but I think avoiding those hits that I was looking at taking, if I didn't, I think it would have been too much for my team, and I think any gains from triple captaining Salah would have wiped out anything I got. So yeah, for me, it was a pretty easy decision, I think, to actually go and play the wild card. So quickly go back to the chat as well. So Fletcher, who to bench out of Foden, Broja, Rafinha, and Dennis? Ooh, if you're only allowed to bench one of them, well, I wouldn't bench Rafinha. He's got a double. I mean, Dennis has got a double, but he's not ideal. Oh, someone asked a similar question in a Twitter space earlier as well, between Foden and Broja. That's a tough one. Maybe, can you add back in the chat if you're looking to just bench one of them? Oh, sorry, if you're looking to only play one of them. If you're only playing one, I'll play Rafinha, just because I've got a bit more faith in him than I say Dennis, even though the game against Manchester United, I can see goals in that, so I think he can do well. And that Liverpool game is tough for Leeds, but I feel like that's also kind of like a basketball game. I do think there is potential for returns for Rafinha. I would play Rafinha out of those. And if you're benching the other three, it's not ideal, but I'd be comfortable with that. What do you think of Van Dijk? Got the feeling Robertson will bench one game as Van Dijk is captain and will play everything. Yep, this is going to be a question I'm going to have to think about until 10 o'clock. So I've got 2 hours, 15 minutes to decide. I've got Robertson at the moment just because I think if I'm wildcarding, I won't be able to change up the team that much easier, in the future game week. So I think maybe just locking in, maybe taking the hit this week if he only plays one, but long term, I would want Robertson over Van Dijk. So that's my thinking at the moment. Just pick, if it's in a wildcard, I have to think a little bit more long term. Yes, Tsimikas could play one of those games, but even if it's only one game that Robertson plays, it's still either going to be Norwich or Leeds. It's still a good fixture. I think if it gets to a point in my team where I need to make some money saving, then I might go Robertson to Van Dijk. But at the moment, I'm just leaning, like Robertson's just been on insane the last few game weeks. What's that? Last few starts, 8, 2, 9, 12, 11, 6, 7. Van Dijk is probably not doing as well as that. So yeah, I think Robertson for me is probably where I'd lean, even if he is a risk of one of these games, just thinking long term. Laurie, any NRL Supercoach content? Yeah. Quick plug as well, if you guys haven't seen already, I have created a separate channel for NRL Supercoach. Aman Talks NRL Supercoach, easy as that. Just type that into YouTube, you'll find it. I've been putting out preseason content as well there. This is going to be just a solely FPL channel now. Chris Goddard, play just one. Bowen, Cancelo, Broja, or Ramsey? I think, that's tough. Man, City do have a good chance of a clean sheet this game week, but it is Spurs who might be better, and they do seem to have a good record against City as well. Oh, man, that is tough. I think on form, I'll just play Bowen. Even though I do think Newcastle have been decent in the back, they're going to lose Trippier. I'd play Bowen. His form has just been unreal, so I think I'd play Bowen, and he is a midfielder, so he'll get an extra point. Watford have been trying to be a bit tighter at the back, so Ramsey, who knows what kind of returns you'll get. It would be between Bowen, Cancelo, and Broja for me. I think I'd lean Bowen, to be honest, Chris. Yeah, hungry for more FPL. Huge next few weeks ahead. Yeah, it's insane. The next few weeks are going to be crazy. And Michiko, I can get 10 doublers for Game Week 26, 8 for 28, 8 for 29, and 9 for 30. Was about to take a 12 or 16 point hit. The wildcard has been a godsend. Yeah, this is exactly how I feel as well. I think being able to play the wildcard this week, yes, I lose triple captain Salah, but I'm going to get a good team out for this game week. I can free hit 27 to cover the blanks from Liverpool, Arsenal. 28, I'll get doubles for Wolves. If I change up the team to get like Rafinha, I'll get in the Leeds double and the Villa double. And then 29, you get the Liverpool and Arsenal double. And then in Game Week 30, you'll get Wolves assets, Leeds play, Arsenal play, Villa play. I think for me, one wildcard having that much benefit to me, it was actually, quite an easy decision. So, guys, I would like feedback as well on this wildcard because I'm 100% not locked into this team, that's for sure. Now, I think there's a few players who, are basically probably going to stay, or at least the positions will. I'm definitely going to have, I think, at least one, maybe two Wolves defenders. Saïs, I think I'm probably going to keep in any wildcard draft just because I do like his set piece threat. Good on bonus. Leicester are awful at defending set pieces, so I definitely think I'm going to stay with Saïs. And I probably won't go Ait Nouri just because of that slight rotation risk. So it's either going to be Kilman or Cody or Sarr. Now, I did think about Sarr, but it is a lot of money in the second goalkeeper spot. So I've got Dubravka at the moment just because if I'm looking to bench boost in Game Week 28, as I showed previously, he's got Brighton at home and Southampton away. I mean, Brighton at home, that could be very easily a game where Newcastle can keep a clean sheet. They have slightly looked better at the back as well. Southampton away, I wouldn't see a clean sheet there, but he can hopefully make some saves. I mean, Wolves do have a better double in that week. They've got Watford home and Crystal Palace at home, but I'm getting coverage there with Kilman and Saïs, so I'm not sure if I need to spend all the way up to Sarr. I could even just go with Foster, because Wolves do have that Arsenal-Wolves double game week, but it's not the best. So yeah, I think Dubravka looks good for a budget option for myself. Maybe Sanchez, but the Game Week 29 double is not the best for Brighton. So I think at the moment, Ramsdale, Dubravka, I do like that partnership. Between Ramsdale and Sarr, I'm sticking with Ramsdale. I've had a lot of value built up in him. He's just been so good this season for me so far, so I don't need to... I don't really think I need to change that, excuse me. Yeah, Robertson, I mean, Trent is an absolute lock. Salah's a lock. Son, I think, is going to be a lock for me just because he'll have the double this week. Good fixture in 27, even though I'm free hitting. 28, good fixture against Everton, and then he's got the double in 29. And then even after the blank in 30, good fixtures, Newcastle, Villa, Brighton, Brentford, Leicester. So I think long-term, he's a good option, and I do think I prefer him to Kane just for that money saving as well. So I think Son is probably a lock. Saka is 90% going to be in the team. Good returns recently against West Ham, Leeds, Norwich, and also a return against City. Obviously, he scored that goal. And the fixtures and his stats are very good. You know, good double this game week. Maybe the potential for a double in 28. Otherwise, it's Watford, double in 29. I think Saka is a pretty obvious inclusion as well. Jimenez, I mean, Jimenez has not had the best stats recently, that's for sure. He did score that goal recently, but I think it's just the fact that he's got those doubles coming up. And as I touched on, Wolves are just so enticing now. I think, you know, they cover 27, even though I'm free hitting in 27. So just to answer Muxi's question, are you planning on free hit? I'm 100% going to free hit, I think, in 27, just because I'm going to have 3 Liverpool, 3 Arsenal, but I don't want to take them out in 27 because I'm going to want them straight back in 28 when Arsenal might double, but they've got good fixtures, cover 30, and Liverpool and Arsenal both have a double in game week 29. So 100% I'll be free hitting, I think, in 27. But yeah, touching on Jimenez, Leicester at home, that's a good team to target from an attacking point of view. And then obviously Arsenal away is a bit tougher, but it's a double, so I'll play Jimenez. The 28 double is really enticing. Watford at home, Crystal Palace at home. Then he's got Everton. Then he's got Leeds in game week 30. Then it's Villa, Newcastle. So that's one good thing as well. I'm not just dead ending into game week 30. He's still got good fixtures on the other side as well. So it could definitely be a longer term play as well. So I think Jimenez will definitely stay in the team. I think it's the main players I'm missing. Like, if I'm thinking about wildcard, why did I wildcard? It was to jump on players from teams I didn't have, including, like, say, Leeds. So I don't have Rafinha at the moment in this draft, and I only have Ramsey from Villa. And Villa do have a good double game week in 28 as well. You know, Southampton at home and Leeds away. I think I'll definitely want at least 2, if not 3, Villa players. And I'm going to want Rafinha, I think, at some point. So it's really Cancelo and Bowen are the more defensive picks at the moment that I haven't, taken out yet. I mean, one thought I did have with Bowen was that obviously I can get him for Newcastle this week, free hit in 27, so it doesn't matter. And then in 28, when he's got Liverpool, I could maybe then take him out for a Coutinho, who's got a double in 28, or maybe go to a Rafinha. I just don't know. Is it too defensive, holding him just to book that transfer in 2 game weeks, or just do it now anyway, and not, book myself in those transfers? I think that's the main consideration. Same with Cancelo. I mean, my sell value on Cancelo, if I just quickly jump to the transfers page, I'm going to lose a lot of value taking out Cancelo, that's for sure. Yeah, I can sell him at 6.6. So sorry, if I quickly just go to list view. Yeah, I bought him at 6.1 and he's 7.2. I'm just going to lose so much value on Cancelo, but one reason why I thought keeping him was that he could be a good placeholder in 28 for a Chelsea defender. So what I'll do is I'll quickly jump onto FPL.team. So I've loaded up the squad as it currently is in my actual FPL team. And then if I just jump ahead quickly, I'll skip past game week 27 because I'll free hit. So I haven't thought about a draft yet, but I'll 100% free hit in 27. Now in 28, this is obviously when they've got there's going to be a lot of doubles. Now I'll bench, say, Lacazette for now, put in Ramsey, put in Broja for, say, Son. Bowen has Liverpool, so at this week I could take him out for, say, Coutinho or Rafinha. And I could fund that by taking out Cancelo for, say, if Chelsea do have a double game week in 28. Now this is really important that they don't have yet a confirmed double game week, but there's a good chance, according to, say, James from Planet FPL, that they do have a double game week. Now, the talk has been that they get Arsenal, so they would have Burnley away and then Arsenal. I can't remember if it's at home or away. So Burnley is a good fixture, obviously, for someone like Chelsea defensively, but they had just an insane run of games. Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich, Brentford, Southampton, Leeds. You're going to want Chelsea players, I think, at that point in time. And if Reece James is fit, he's probably going to be who I want. And there is some talk that the Norwich fixture in Game Week 30 could be brought forward to 28. Now, if that was to happen, Chelsea would have a double in 28 of Burnley and Norwich. You're going to want at least one, maybe two Chelsea players from that point onwards. So having Cancelo there, he could be a good placeholder, just because I knew instead of Cancelo, if, say, I had Luka Dean, in 28, Luka Dean's got a double, and looking at my defenders, I'm not going to want to take any of them out. So I just wonder, maybe Robertson, because he's got a single game week. I could take out Robertson for Reece James, but then Liverpool have a double in 29. I'm going to want him straight back. Who do I take out then? It becomes a little bit messy. Whereas Cancelo is like an easy sell in that game week because he's got Manchester United. I could just take him out and not have to worry about it. So maybe it's a case of like, I'm not giving myself that headache at the time by keeping Cancelo. So yeah, but I do feel like it is defensive. What Planner says, it does seem a bit defensive. And we spoke about on the Twitter space as well that it does seem defensive to not take out Cancelo for a wildcard option. And again, because I'm going to free hit in 27, I'm only going to have one free transfer in 28. So I would be taking a hit then if I had to get, say, Coutinho and I had to get a Reece James. So it does seem a bit strange wildcarding, and then in 2 weeks later I'm taking a hit straight away when I know I could do some of these moves for free at the moment. So yeah, that's what I'm currently thinking, is maybe instead of Cancelo and Bowen, so I'll quickly go back to get Bowen, and then instead of Reece James, obviously you have Cancelo. So I could maybe rejig the team to instead, say, get like Rafinha, Coutinho, and maybe a Luka Dean as well. So yeah, lots to think about, guys. I'll quickly pause it there and take a look at the chat. Nishkal, bench one of Cancelo, Dean, Coutinho, Rafinha, and Weghorst. Ooh, just bench one of them. Well, Weghorst has got a double, Rafinha's got a double, Coutinho and Dean have got Watford, Cancelo's got Tottenham. I'd bench Dean. I would play Cancelo over Luka Dean, I think. I just, Man City defensively, I'd trust him a lot more. So yeah, I'd bench Dean out of that. So I'm favouring the attackers who've got doubles, and then Cancelo versus Dean, I'd go Cancelo. So I would bench Dean. Are you not worried about Jimenez's underlying stats? I believe they aren't the best, but again, 2 games are better than 1. Yeah, Jimenez's underlying stats have not been great. It's more just a play on he's got double game weeks. And there's no great other forwards in any case. Maybe Saint Maximin, potentially. But yeah, Jimenez is more of just a pick because he's got the doubles. I don't think the underlying stats are the best. He's on penalties, so who knows? It's definitely not a decision based on good stats. Just let me get that out there. Lacazette has got better underlying stats, so in a 50-50 between the two, I'd prefer Lacazette, but I think just because of those double game weeks, probably was going to go to Jimenez. Thomas, -8 for Foster to Ramsdale and Reguilon to Van Dijk. I think Reguilon to Van Dijk is fine. Reguilon has been a bit of an issue for people who have owned him because he's in and out of the team. You know, he obviously maybe picks up little niggles. I think Reguilon to Van Dijk is a perfectly fine move for a -4. Foster to Ramsdale depends on your other keeper. I think really depends on your other keeper. I think the fact that he's just a good long-term pick, Ramsdale that is, because a double 29, double 26, good fixture in 28, may get a double then, covers game week 30. I think I would just rip the band-aid, to be honest. I wouldn't look at, -8 and be so worried. I would just look at each -4. I think Reguilon to Van Dijk for -4 is fine because Van Dijk is a better option than Reguilon, and Reguilon's a bit 50-50. You're not even sure if he's going to play both games. He could play Man City and then miss the Burnley game, which is not ideal. So I think that -4 is fine, and Foster to Ramsdale for -4 I think is fine as well. So I don't mind hits when you're targeting double game week players, so I think that's fine. Raf has difficult fixtures. I think you're fine for now. That is true. You are correct, but He does have the double this week. Granted, not good. Manchester United and Liverpool. Now 27, if I'm free hitting, it doesn't matter. I can take him out of the team. But then when I bring him back, I'm bringing him back for Leicester Villa a double of Leicester Villa, Norwich, Wolves, Southampton. I think that's fine. If I just cop it this week, with a tough double, I'm going to want him, I think, straight away. So I think I should try to get Rafinha in my draft. I'm going to have a think about it. But I think I need to fix that problem. So maybe that is Bowen to Rafinha. I think that might just be what I have to do. I do think, I take your point, tough double game at 26, but after that, I think he's a good option, to be honest. Jonathan, I'm trailing my mini league by 100 points, thinking of doing Mane instead of Son on my wildcard. No, I wouldn't do it. I think Mane is potentially a rotation in minutes risk with Diaz. I think especially now that Diaz has been doing well, maybe you could see a Diaz on the left, Firmino starting in the middle, and then Salah on the right. I think you're paying that much money for Mane. I mean, his underlying stats are good, don't get me wrong, but Son, is just nailed on. Son is nailed on. I think don't worry about the fact that you're trailing by 100 points. I think given the chip frenzy, what is it, game at 26? There's still 12 weeks, including this one. You can easily make 100 points. I don't think you need to go crazy with going with Mane over Son. What's that? What's 100 points divided by 12? That's less than 10 points a game week. So I don't think you necessarily need to go uber differential. 100 points, I mean, you could very easily get a good bench boost of like 25, 30 points. I don't know if they played that chip already. You could easily come back to that as well. So yeah, I don't think I'd be doing that. I don't think you necessarily have to make those kind of moves at this point. You still have some time left in the season. Vignesh, he's proposing a minus 12. I like it. Antonio, Bruno, Foden, and Brownhill out for Salah, Jimenez, Son, Cornet. I mean, Bruno to Salah, I'm guessing, is that move for a triple captain. Do it. Easy. Jimenez for Antonio, I would do it. Antonio's been rubbish. Jimenez got a double. Good fixtures moving forward. I would do that. So that's fine. Foden to Son. I mean, maybe not necessarily have to do it this week because Foden's got an okay single game week fixture and Son's got a tough double. But if you're going to want Son long term, I don't mind it. And doing it in a double game week feels like a better time to be taking a -4. So yeah, I don't mind that one, to be honest. And then Brownhill to Cornet. I mean, does Brownhill even start for Burnley? I don't know. Cornet is a much better option. I think when you look at each hit individually, I think they all look fine. Like Brownhill gives you 2 points. Cornet could actually get you a goal. I think it's the Foden to Son one I'm not 100% certain of. I think the other three are fine for -8. You might be able to get away with the Foden to Son one. You could do it a little bit later as well. But I think when you're targeting a double game week, I don't mind taking those -4s as well. So I think in totality, I don't mind that -12. I think each hit can pay itself back. The Foden to Son one is the only one I've got a question mark around. Michasho, this would be so much easier if they'd announced the Chelsea-Arsenal double in Game Week 28 already. I know, but nothing's perfect in FPL. Thankfully, we got these announcements, at least before the Game Week 26 deadline. It really let people change their strategy as well. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. Shakib, Jota to Cancelo or Rudiger from the bench? Whom should I bring? Jota to Cancelo or Rudiger from the bench? Whom should I bring? I'm just trying to understand what you're exactly asking. Are you asking to play Cancelo or Rudiger? I'd play Cancelo, to be honest. I think City are just a better defense than Chelsea at the moment. Who knows what kind of condition they're going to be back in from the Club World Cup as well. The Palace away. Palace are a decent attack, so maybe they could score. If you're asking to play Cancelo or Rudiger from the bench, I'd play Cancelo. And Siddiq, I don't have enough budget for Robertson. Can Matip be a good option? Oh, he could, but I think the problem is that he potentially could get rotated with what's his name? Kanate, I think that's his name. Gomez could even be an option who can come in there as well. So I'm just going to have a quick look at Matip's recent starts. He has started the last 4. Maybe could be an option. He does tend to get injury prone, but I guess I don't know why he missed Game Week 21. I can't recall that, but he has started almost every other game though from Game Week 11. He's only missed 2 games since then. You could argue he's pretty nailed on, but again, similar thing with rotation. So, I get it. Budget, if you can't get there, he could be an option, but I would ask myself, do you want to block off that third Liverpool spot with Matip? It's not ideal, but looking at that, he actually might not be a horrible option. So yeah, maybe you could go with Matip, but yeah, I think the best three is Trent, Robertson, and Salah by far. Like Trent and Salah are just like non-negotiable, as I like to say. But yeah, so I might just do some wildcard tinkering now that I've got through those questions. I'm just conscious of time. It's 8 o'clock, so I wasn't intending to stream all the way to deadline. I was probably just going to go up until around 8:30, so just do it for an hour, because I do actually want to have some time just to think about my own team as well. Tune into some other deadline streams, because I know obviously it's going to be a lot of fun tuning into, say, like Andy's from Let's Talk FPL. But yeah, guys, I'd really appreciate actually some own team feedback as well. So I don't mind the goalkeeper pairing, Dubravka and Ramsdale. I have kind of spoken about why I would like to keep Cancelo, but I feel like I could even go for an Arsenal defender and not get Lacazette. I could go for Gabriel, maybe take out Lacazette, say for St. Max. I could do that. Say if I just do that. I'm just tinkering around now at the moment, guys. Ramsey could stay. Bowen could stay, but let's say I want to get Rafinha, just because I know I'm going to want him eventually. I've got 3.2 mil in the bank. Instead of Ramsey, I've got 8 mil budget. I could get then Coutinho, potentially. So I've sacrificed Lacazette, but I've got double Arsenal defense. I've got Gabriel. I could go Tierney as well. Double Wolves defense, which is fine. 0.7. Could I even stretch to Saar? Or is he 5.2? It's 5.2. Obviously, there's too many Wolves players. What I'd do is I'd probably drop Kilman, 4.5. He's a good defender for 4.5 that I could get. Ben White would have been perfect, but I've already got 3 Arsenal in this setup. Yeah, tough one. Let's go max cost 4.5. Yeah, White jumps out. I can't get Ait-Nouri if I go Saar. Yeah, this is the problem I think with going with having that kind of budget. I think I need a little bit more budget just to get a decent other defender. So if I just go back to Kilman, take out Gabriel for Cancelo, go back to Saar to Dubravka. Muchacho, any reason for Dubravka over Foster? Not particularly. It's a good point actually. Should I even, stick with Dubravka? So, just looking at Dubravka's fixtures. So, game week 30, Arsenal will already play. So, I don't really care too much about his fixture in 30. It's really mainly if I want to bench boost in 28. So, he's got a double of Brighton at home and Southampton away. He does also double in 29. So Chelsea away and Everton away is not the best. But say, for example, if instead of 28 bench boost, I go over like a 29 bench boost, he does have a double there. Foster, I don't believe, has a double in... I need to go to goalkeepers. Foster, I don't think doubles in 29. I think he only doubles in 28. And so, again, game week 30, I'm not too concerned about. It's really 28 is the kind of fixture that I would look at if I'm looking to bench boost. He's got Arsenal at home and Wolves away. I don't see a clean sheet in either of those games for Watford. Whereas Newcastle, I think, could sneak one against Brighton, maybe like a scrappy 0-0 or something. That's the main reason why. I know it is 0.3, so I could go Foster. I could very easily go Ramsdale and Foster. If say for example I did that, let's just put in Foster for now. I'll just see what I can do with that money. So with 1.9, so I'll bring back in Lacazette. So 0.5. I could, what could I do with 0.5? 7.3. I could do Bowen to Coutinho. Is he 7.3? I could. So I can get Bowen to Coutinho. And then if I drop Cancelo and say Ramsey. Ramsey could be a good option, but say if I go with Rafinha instead. 4.9. Ooh, I'm just off getting Luka Dean. I could save money by going Size to Cody, but I really want Size. He's got the best set piece threat in my opinion. Oh man, this is maybe do I go Van Dijk instead of Robertson? Oh my goodness, this is Oh, this next 2 hours are going to be painful on being on wildcard, not having to think through it. Oh, God. Semedo. Oh, could I go Semedo? Not interested in Matip. This is the problem. So it does open up some window, but I don't know if it's enough. Going Foster instead of Dubravka. So I might just stick with that for now. It's already a headache in itself. Maybe I don't go Lacazette because Ben White would be a perfect 4.5 defender. You know, good squad player, got a double, same fixtures obviously that Arsenal will benefit from. I could just do that, but Gabriel and Tierney I think are better options. Too many players selected from Arsenal. Saka or Lacazette? I'd be interested to hear what the chat thinks between Saka and Lacazette. Now, Saka I think is a better option for value purposes, but Lacazette is a forward. There's not many good forwards, but there are good midfielders. You know, instead of Saka, I could go Ramsey, could go Rafinha, could go Bowen. So yeah, I'm curious. Let's say if I took out Saka, 6.5. I mean, that's Rafinha right there. Oh, he's already in my squad. My bad. Can I keep Bowen? Maybe. Oh, I'm 0.3 off. Bloody hell. Oh, 0.3. Dubravka to Foster. Well, there you go. Have we stumbled upon something? 0.0 in the bank. Is that the magic formula? So I'm getting rid of Saka. I've got Coutinho now. So I've got treble Arsenal, treble Liverpool. I've still kept Bowen as my single game week player. I've got Rafinha now, which is good if I'm looking to free hit 27. I've got double Wolves defense. I've got Seiss and Kilman. Foster would cover a bench boost in 28. Decisions. Oh my goodness. Shay, just tuned into your content a few weeks ago, and it's one of the best. Oh, it's one of the most best. That's me, Freudian slip. It's one of the most well put together content on YouTube. I prefer your videos to other large scale FPL content creators. Keep up your great work, mate. Thank you so much. That's an awesome comment. Really appreciate that a lot. I try my best on FPL videos, but I'm glad to hear that you enjoy them. Daniel, watching all the knee-jerk wildcards is hilarious. From 1 million guaranteed triple captainers to 1 million wildcarders. God bless FPL. Yep, God bless FPL. I 100% agree. I think this is the fun part, right? Is that we've got so many different players doing different chip strategies now as well. Yeah, so I think it's great. I think it's great for FPL. Now people who triple captain Salah can actually get some gains out of it as well. So yeah, side have 10 double game week players plus Cancelo, Bowen, De Gea, St. Max, Kufal. Should I bench boost or triple captain Salah? Thinking about bench boost now and Salah and TC Salah in the next double game week, which will be 29, where he will definitely play 180 minutes and will not have cup final in 2 days. So if you're looking to bench boost, so it's De Gea, who's got Leeds, Bowen's got Newcastle, St. Max. Who did Newcastle have in this week? Oh, let's have a quick look. I can't remember. Sorry, guys. Oh, West Ham. Sorry, yeah. West Ham. And Kufal would have Newcastle. Oh, man. I mean, having Bowen on the bench is not ideal. I think I'll still triple captain, to be honest. I think let me know in the comments or in the chat, sorry, if one of this double game players is like King or Dennis. If it's like, say, I would honestly play Bowen over King, to be frank. So I would probably not bench boost. I still think you could triple captain Salah with a bench like that. I think it's a lot more difficult if your goalkeeper as well had a double game week, because I think when you get to your goalkeeper having a double game week, the bench boost always then looks a little bit better. Because I do think Leeds will score against United, in all honesty. Like, I think De Gea will get like a 2, maybe we'll give him a 4-pointer. I think Bowen can easily get a goal. So let's say 10. St. Max against West Ham, let's say 4, kind of in the middle. And Kufal, I don't see West Ham keeping a clean sheet, so I'll give him 2 points. So we've got 4 for De Gea, Bowen 10, maybe. So that's 14. St. Max, I said 4. So that's 18, sorry. And then Kufal 2. So you could get a 20-point bench boost. Do you think Salah will get 20 points as triple captain? I think he could. And I think if you have that opportunity to be able to triple captain, like I can't now, I've got wildcard. And you're saying he'll definitely play 80 minutes in that next double game week. There's zero guarantee of that happening. You know, Salah could get injured in game week 28. And that triple captain window is shut, right? You know that he's fit. I don't think I'd be worried about his minutes in in all honesty. I think that even in 120 minutes against Norwich and Leeds, he'll bang, in my honest opinion. I would go ahead and triple captain. I think there are going to be better opportunities to bench boost. I don't think you have a better opportunity to triple captain. That was my ethos the whole kind of game week. I just had to change my plans because of the double game week announcement, but otherwise I was 100% going to triple captain Salah. And Michacho looks good. I take no responsibility if Dubravka hauls. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I think this team is more balanced with Rafinha and Coutinho. I do feel like I could get Coutinho though in 28. I don't have to have him in my wildcard straight away. Same with Rafinha as well. I don't want to book in too many transfers though. Ben White is fine, but I do prefer like a Gabriel or a Tierney. Obviously, Ben White could have a John Stones of last season and get a brace in the double game. We can be an absolute hero for me. So I do not mind this squad at all, to be honest. So yeah, let me know in the chat, guys, if you agree with that. I'll probably stream for about 15 more minutes, guys, as well. So if you have any extra questions, do fire them in. But yeah, so Ramsdale, Foster, Robbo, Trent, White, Saiz, Kilman, Coutinho, Rafinha, Salah, Son, Bowen, Lacazette, Jimenez, Broja. Yeah, not sure. I mean, this is the problem. I haven't even fully planned ahead. So this is my original team. Let's say instead of Cancelo, I go with who's a good pick? I just thought actually, because I was looking at a cheap defender before, could I go with someone from Southampton? Because 28's not bad in double game week. Villa and Newcastle. Then they've got Watford, Burnley, Leeds. I don't really see Southampton as a good defensive team, but let's have a quick look see actually. Just because I think do they have any like Kyle Walker-Peters? Maybe I'm thinking, I don't know. Oh god, I need more time to think about this. Sorry, view Southampton. Bednarek 4.4. I mean, I did have Livramento, but I don't even know if he'll start. Walker-Peters is 4.8. It's probably a bit too expensive. It's mainly Bednarek. He's probably the most nailed one, but he's got a yellow flag. Not ideal. I mean, he's the one who got -7 last season, but he has got 2 goals against Brentford and West Ham recently. Maybe instead of that, I could go with Bednarek. I don't even know Bednarek. I wasn't thinking about him at all, and now he's in my wildcard. This is what happens when you tinker around with the teams too much. So Coutinho, go back to Saka. That's my treble Arsenal. 0.7 in the bank. Rafinha, Salah, Son, Bowen. So maybe I'm just missing out on like a Ramsey potentially. And then instead of 5.1 is actually Luka Dean. Hang on, how did I not have this before? What's going on? 0.0 in the bank. Does that look better? Dubravka, Ramsdale, because I do think Dubravka has a better double game week in 28. From a fixtures perspective, 28 has got Brighton at home, Southampton away. Could be good for saves. Robertson, Trent, fine. Luka Dean is obviously good. Got a double game week in 28. Saiz, Kilman is good. Saka, Rafinha, Salah, Son, Bowen. I'm still keeping Bowen. Lacazette, Jimenez, Broja. I don't mind this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this team into the planner. So, who did I have? Instead of Cancelo, I had Dean. I know Dean could be a bit of a trap, but I'm just thinking now a little bit that maybe in 28, if Chelsea do get that announcement, I could actually just take out Robertson. Maybe just a bit of a hokey-cokey. Ramsey was actually Rafinha in that draft. Let's do that. I kept Bowen. Obviously, I have to play Son. Actually, who do I drop for Son? Oh, God. I'm going to have a benching dilemma. I have to play all my double game weekers, right? I have 11. Oh, goodness. This is the problem. I'm benching Bowen now. Oh, God. What's going on? Oh, man. I know it says 0.7 in the bank here, but that's not accounting for early transfers that I did. I've got 0.0 in the actual FPL page, so I can make that work. Oh, not live FPL. If I'm benching Bowen, do I need him anyway? Maybe just go Ramsey and save that money for down the line. Oh, God. Anyway, I'll make that decision in the next hour and a half. We'll skip ahead. 27 is fine. I'm probably going to free hit. Well, I likely will free hit. I've just got too many blank players there. Now, 28. how would I set the team up? So on the presumption that Arsenal and Liverpool don't have a double, or Liverpool won't, and for now we're thinking Arsenal will, but at the moment we'll say they don't. So I'd probably take out, I'd put in Broja for Lacazette. I'd bring in Dean for his double for, say, Robertson. And Bowen's got Liverpool away, so I'd be taking him out anyway. So if I'm fielding 11 double game week players, free hitting in 27, and then taking out Bowen for Coutinho, I may as well just take him out on my wildcard then, to be frank. And just take him out for like a Ramsey, just to keep him on the bench as well. It can be a good squad player. But yeah, so then in that week, I would have, it says 6.4, but Bowen 6.8. So I'd actually have, say, 6.8 in the bank. So maybe I get Coutinho for his double, and I could fund that by going Robertson to, say, Reece James if Chelsea get that double in 28. It's not ideal taking out Robertson, but I could do that then. On the presumption Chelsea get a double game week in 28. And then I'd probably bench Son, and I would have this full team. I mean, if it's Chelsea versus Arsenal double game week, I'd bench boost 100%, because then I'm going to have, I've got a full team of, Ramsey would have a double game week, Saka would have a double game week, Lacazette would have a double game week, Son would be the only single game week player, and he's got Everton. Everyone else in the team would have a double, except Salah, but he's Salah, and Trent would have West Ham. I think that's a bench boost team if Chelsea get that double. So yeah, maybe the play is just to get rid of Bowen. I think then on the wild card, getting Ramsey instead, or I don't know. Yeah, could do that. So that would be for a minus. Yeah, again, that's the problem. If I had Bowen, I'd be taking a -4 then, because I'd be taking out Bowen and Robertson for James and Coutinho. So it probably does make sense then to avoid the hit, just to take out Bowen on the wildcard, which is a little bit frustrating, but it might just have to be done. So say then, for example, in 29, again, one free transfer, I'd play the Ramsdale over Dubravka, bench Size for, say, like a Lacazette, play Son for his double over Coutinho, he's got West Ham, play Saka for his double, maybe up for like a Kilman, for example, or maybe a Luka Dean. And then again in 29, without having taking a transfer, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double game players. And then who else has got a double game week in 29? Brighton, maybe do like a Wolves player to a Brighton player. But again, squad looks good, fine to bench. Maybe I play Saiz over Kilman. And so that would be for no hits, no transfers needed. And then game week 30, which is the blank, Arsenal will play. Liverpool probably won't play based on probabilities. But so let's say bench my Liverpool players. So I'd bring in Wolves. Villa have a confirmed fixture against Arsenal. So I'd take out, say, Son. Leeds have a confirmed fixture as well, away to Wolves. So I'd keep Rafinha. I'd play Luka Dean for James, because James is probably going to blank. And then Salah obviously is going to blank. So I'd probably, I'd just have to I'd have 10 players without taking without moving any player on. So maybe at this point I can make a decision on, I don't know, maybe if I take out one of those guys who doesn't play in this game week for someone else to get to 11, but it might not be a high scoring game week anyway. And if West Ham beat Southampton in the FA Cup, Southampton will actually get a game in game week 30. So then Broja becomes an option. So yeah, I think, again, that just highlights the benefit of wildcarding. I wanted to wildcard this game week. So yeah, I think that's kind of like a rough plan with the team that I've got at the moment in the FPL squad. But I am thinking that I should actually maybe take out Bowen. And it does seem like I should take out Cancelo, because I can get to Reece James by taking out Robertson. Sorry, I didn't even realise. That's right. In 29, Liverpool would have a double and I would only have 2. So who would maybe I take out Luka Dean in 29 for Robertson. That might be worthwhile. So maybe I just have to create money somehow. I don't know, sorry. That might be the option. Yeah, some things to think about. But I think the core of the team is fine. I don't have any Newcastle. I don't have St. Max, but that's okay. I've got Dubravka, whatever. Lacazette, I just have a feeling about Lacazette. So maybe I just go Lacazette and Saka. So I'm actually doubling up on the Arsenal attack. But I do think that they've got good attacking fixtures moving forward. even though this particular game week 26 I think is better for a defensive point of view. But moving forward, well, actually Watford's good for attack and defense. Leicester's good for an attacking point of view, but also good for someone like a Gabriel who's got good set piece threat. Liverpool's obviously not great, but then Villa away could be good for goals or even defensive returns. Crystal Palace, yeah, tough call. I'm not sure if I'll go double Arsenal attack or defense. But yeah, I think that's very, very close to what I will actually do. So let me quickly refresh this and I'll reset it up just for your benefit. And guys, obviously, if you enjoyed the stream, really appreciate a thumbs up. Do drop any more questions. I will probably end the stream in the next 5-10 minutes. Just so I've got like an hour and a half to fully think about my team. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in for this stream. It's been really, really fun, actually. So let me just build that team. Oh, God, I have to put in the whole thing. I had Saiss. Take out De Gea I had Dubravka. Ben Davies is gone for Robertson. Feels like an upgrade. Laporte was gone for Kilman. And the draft that I showed just then had Dean instead of Cancelo. Martinelli was Saka. So you guys, you can see actually how many changes I made for my original team, which probably shows you why I thought wildcard was such a good option. King went to Broja. I don't care about Watford forwards anymore. Dennis went to Lacazette. Ronaldo went to Jimenez. Fernandez went for Son. Oh, God, so many changes in this team. That's why the wildcard felt good. And Jota obviously went for Salah. And then I could keep Bowen, but maybe I'm thinking I actually instead just go with like a Ramsey. Yeah, instead, go with Ramsey. That way I can just bench Ramsey for Kilman. Bench Broja for Saka. And play Ramsdale. Therefore, I have 11 double game players in game of 26. It's perfect. And Sal's obviously going to be the captain, not triple captain. Next week, free hit. 28. Maybe Robertson to Reece James, but actually maybe I'll first set up the team. This would be the potential bench boost week. So that's that. So that could be the potential bench boost where Arsenal maybe have a double, and maybe Chelsea. So maybe I'd sell Robertson. Actually, looking at that, I have 1.6 in the bank. I could even just take out. I wouldn't want, again, that's why I wouldn't want to take out Dean, Kilman, or Saiss. They've all got doubles. It's just a bit of a tough decision. So that's why maybe it is Robertson. Maybe it's a bit of a hokey cokey where I take out Dean for Robertson in game of 29 for the double. Or maybe I bring back Jota if Jota's playing. So that's something maybe we'll think about in the future, but that could be a loose plan. So maybe it is better because if I'm thinking I will have to make a transfer in 28, maybe I just get rid of Bowen and Cancelo just from the off. Pretend James got a double game week. Arsenal might have a double game week. And then bench boost. 2.6 in the bank. Just the one move. And then 29. 29. Liverpool have a double. Arsenal have a double. So I'll bring back in Saka for Broja. Son, say, for Ramsey. Dean would come out for Lacazette. One of the Wolves guys would come out for probably Broja. I'd probably play Broja at Watford. Ramsdale would come in for Dubravka. And then, yeah, if there's someone else, if I want to say target another Liverpool player with 2.6 in the bank, maybe a Ramsey was at 7.4. There's not really anyone I can afford. Maybe I just go from Dean back to Robertson. I could afford that. Sorry, a bit of a lag there. Dean to 7.7. Yeah, I could just go back to Robertson that way. Not ideal, obviously, because Dean does have a fixture in game week 30, but I can fix that again next week as well. So then I'd probably play Robertson for Saiss, for example. I would probably do that. So that's not even for a hit. And then I get back to my 3 Liverpool. So it's a bit of a hokey cokey. Robertson in 1 week, back out another one. And so that's 29, no hits taken. And then game week 30, Liverpool would drop out for Wolves. So bench Robertson and Trent. Ramsey would come in for Son. Son might not play. And so, yeah, if I wanted to go, again, I just realized I've ignored Coutinho this whole time, which is not ideal. I've had only Ramsey and Dean. So maybe it's worthwhile getting Coutinho. So I might have a think about a draft where getting Coutinho. I'm not sure how I'd afford that. Probably would have to drop Lacazette. But I just like Arsenal long term, so Lacazette could be consideration. I've just got a good feeling about Lacazette, but Coutinho is good. But maybe I just stick with Ramsey and Dean from Villa. Otherwise, in this game, we can game week 30. I could take out, I don't know who I'd take out. Maybe I'd take out Robertson to create more funds. But again, that's so much hokey cokey. But yeah, geez, so many things to think about, guys. But I think the core of the team is probably going to be what I've got on the FPL page here. I just think instead of Bowen, I might just go with Ramsey, just because it creates those funds and down the line for me to be able to go Robertson to James, and then maybe back to Robertson again in game week 29 double. Because I do think Brighton is good from a defensive point of view in that game week. And so it'd be, yeah, that could be the wildcard team, guys. 2 million in the bank with this draft. And then I can have Bowen instead of Ramsey, but I feel like there's booking in too many transfers. I'll quickly look at the chat. I've been rambling for so long. Are you concerned with Arsenal playing Wolves with the centre back and the goalkeeper choices just feel like cancel each other out? Are you talking about this particular game week? I think I know what you mean. Yeah, that's right. I have got Lacazette like my striker against my Wolves defenders, but they've got the other fixture that they can get points in. Like, I think Lacazette's more likely to get points in the Brentford game anyway. Just as well, I think the Wolves guys are more likely to get points in the Leicester game compared to Arsenal, because I think they're playing at home and set piece threat. So I feel like, yes, their fixture against each other will cancel each other out, but I'm not totally concerned about that. Like maybe 0-0 Wolves Arsenal is going to be the score, which makes me think maybe I should actually just get double Arsenal defense. Maybe I just need to consider dropping Lacazette, guys. I don't know. It's 8:30. We've hit the hour mark. I might consider just ending it there. But yeah, clearly you guys can see that I'm all over the shop to an extent. There's a few things I need to decide on, but I think the stream has helped me decide that maybe Cancelo and Bowen are expendable. Originally I had them, but I think they might have to go. I'll just answer the couple of last questions. Shakir, will Reguilon play both games? Oh, I'm not Conte. I wish I could tell you, but it does. I think he wasn't even spotted in some training pictures. I don't know if he'll play both games. Just how's he been trending recently? It's not been the best. So if I got Reg and defenders. So yeah, you can see it's been really all over the shop. 21 minutes Norwich, 4, 90, 45, 82, 78, misses a game, 82, misses a game. I just don't think you can trust him anymore. So I think if you've got the ability to say go Reguilon to like a Robertson or Van Dijk, I would do that 100%, I think. So yeah, I can't tell you if he'll play both games. There's a chance that he plays Man City and then misses Burnley, which is just annoying for your double game week. So yeah, I don't think he will play both games, but it's so hard to say, obviously. Striker 482, is Odegaard worth transferring in? I did think about Odegaard as well. He's nice and cheap, 5.5 million. The best thing with Odegaard is that he's the best for assists. So he's got the most creative. He's got the most chances created for Arsenal in the last 6 game weeks. He's made 16 chances, I believe it is. He did go on a bit of a streak earlier on. You can see he got 3 goals in 3 games. But more recently, that's the kind of output you're more likely to get from him, is the assists. So what do you get there? You got an assist against Leeds and then 2 assists against Norwich. That's what he's best for. He plays a little bit deeper, but I think if, say, your budget doesn't permit you to go for Saka, I don't mind going with Odegaard. This is why I was so frustrated about Martinelli, because he was the perfect budget player with the best underlying attacking stats from an Arsenal perspective for the midfielders. But anyway, I don't want to vent about Martinelli. I'm already a bit annoyed. He was one of the reasons why I wildcarded. Yeah, I really don't mind Odegaard. He's a bit of a shout and could be a nice differential as well. Zihong, should we still keep Jota in the lineup? No, I don't think so, because it looks like it's been confirmed that Jota is going to miss the Norwich game, and they were talking about him trying to get him back for the League Cup final, and that's after the Leeds fixture. So I'd be very surprised as well if he started against Leeds, let alone got maybe just reduced minutes. I don't say, for example, if Jota to Salah is the move you can do, I would just do it. I don't think Jota's worth keeping in the lineup. Alright guys, sorry, burp a couple of times. I think I'm going to end the stream there. I think hopefully you guys found some use out of that. So on screen, what you're seeing, my potential wildcard lineup, I think Dubravka, Ramsdale, Robertson, Trent, Luka Dean, Saiss, Kilman, Saka, Ramsey, Salah, Son, Rafinha, Lacazette, Jimenez, and Broja with 2 mil in the bank, potentially for some flexibility down the line. I think this is going to be my wildcard team, or the one that I'm leaning to. I think if ideally I could get someone like Coutinho, I would maybe try to work it around it, because I do think he could be a great option as well moving forward. So maybe instead of Luca Dean, I go for, say, a cheaper defender. I might just quickly do that live. So say instead of Ramsey, I get Coutinho. Then I've got 4.6 in the bank. So if you guys know a good 4.6 defender, maybe I just go with Ben White, and then take out Lacazette for Saint Max. That could be an option. Max cost 4.6, but again, it wasn't many ideal options. I mean, maybe I just go size to Cody. Let's have a look at that. And then 4.9. There's no one I love. I mean, maybe a Spurs defender, but I just took out Davies. I'm not really too confident in them. Maybe I go Ait Nouri and Saiz instead, just to afford that. So if I keep Saiz, take out Cody. I had Luca Dean in that spot. Sorry guys, all over the shop as per usual. Dean's not even up there, is he? Keelman out. Oh, again, see 4.1. I can't even afford it. Maybe I do go then, in that case, Foster and Ait Nouri, but oh god, I don't know. It might just have to be Ramsey, who I stick with, and just have the 2 mil in the bank and try get Coutinho later down the line. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream there. Clearly all over the shop, but I will post on Twitter and maybe on the YouTube community page as well my final wildcard team. But don't be surprised if you don't get that before deadline. I very easily can see myself making moves all the way up until deadline. I still have a lot of thinking to do as well. So yeah, I think that's the team as it. This is probably the likely team I'm thinking of for the time being. You know, get my Villa players, get my Wolves players, get Rafinha, get Son, get treble Arsenal, treble Liverpool, a good bench boost keeper in 28 in Dubravka. Maybe I'll go with Foster. Could even go with Sarr. Haven't fully thought about it, but yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that for the time being. So good luck, guys. Striker, yep, good luck to you as well. And Otis, do you triple captain? If you can, do it. It's triple captain Salah. He's going to bang this week. I'm predicting Salah to get, I reckon he'll get 3 goals minimum across this double game week, like 2 against Leeds, maybe 1 against Norwich, and maybe I'm throwing an assist there as well. I could see 3 goals and an assist for Salah. What's that? 15, 18, 4 appearance points, 22, plus some bonus, 25. Yeah, Salah. I could see Salah get 25 points this game week. So if you can triple captain that, do it. I'll only be able to captain. Hamza, I'll quickly answer that question. Play Broja or Cancelo. Ooh. Man, these tough benching dilemmas. I think this is what's going to happen. We've got good squads. Broja or Cancelo. I did this last stream as well. Apologies. I'm going to flip a coin and see what it says. So I got the coin. Heads is Cancelo and tails is Broja. So what I say? Yeah, heads is Cancelo. Hopefully you guys saw that. It's heads. It's heads. It's heads, Hamza. So I think you got to play Cancelo according to the coin. I mean, Everton's good. Do you trust the forward or do you trust the defender? Cancelo's got attacking threat plus a good chance of a clean sheet. So I think Cancelo. Yep, I would go Cancelo. Alright guys, I think we're going to end the stream there. Good luck to you all for Game Week 26. Thank you all for joining the stream. Hopefully you guys found some value and enjoyed that. Do drop the stream a like and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new around here. Yep, good luck everyone. It's chip season. FPL's fun. This is awesome, fun time. So good luck everyone. I'll see you all in the next one.